Hello, everybody. Today is another day for talking about how to sell life insurance over the phone. In today's topics, I'm going to go over the 28 objections that I typically hear when I'm calling people about life insurance. So get a notebook, take notes. These are going to be things that I've heard for the last 30 years. And the thing I want you to understand is once you know the question, and these questions come up all the time, every single time, once you know the questions, you'll always be prepared for the answer because this pretty much never changes. These are the same questions that I hear over and over again. It's like if somebody asking me, is it raining? And I look outside and say, yes, it's raining. It's really that simple. Once you hear the objection and you know what the objection is, you'll know what to say. So here we go. Objection number one. I've got them on my other screen here. First objection, somebody says, we already have a life insurance agent. And I tell them, exactly. That's why I called. Because they probably haven't given you quotes through over 150 companies, and I can probably save you some money. Number two. I just bought life insurance, so I don't have a need for what you have to offer. Well, exactly. That's why I called. Because even if you've already bought insurance, I bet you didn't shop through over 150 companies that we have, which is all the insurance companies licensed in the state. Number three, I'm happy with my current agent. And I tell them, that's great. I'm happy with mine too. The guy that does my car insurance and homeowners, I'm happy with him. But I'm always smart enough to understand that he is not the only guy in town, and I'm going to shop it to see if I can get a better rate. Are you interested in shopping it? Number four, I can't give out that information. It's company propriety. Some people don't want to give you the information of what they have in their group insurance. If they have group insurance, move on. Because I do hear people that are on a group, they don't even want to talk about what they have in the group. It's best just to move on to somebody who's self-employed that goes with this whole system that we're doing. Number five, I have a friend in the business that I get my insurance with. Now that's a pretty common objection I hear too. And I simply ask them, when was the last time your friend called you to see if he can get you a better rate? If they say he hasn't called me, would you like to get a quote, see if I can save you some money? Now chances are, if this friend is truly a friend and you give him a quote, there's a high probability that you won't get the sale because he's going to be probably loyal to his friend. But on the other hand, he could be kind of pissed off because a friend never called him to give him a quote. So it's a shot. But if you hear the friend thing, just get ready. It's not a guaranteed deal. Number six, somebody says, my premiums are much less than what you're able to offer. Well, that's why I called, to see if I can save you some money. Let me shop it and see how good we do. Number seven, my premiums are very high. Well, my first question to that is, why are they so high? What kind of health problems do you have? Because if they have extremely high premiums, they either have a expensive whole life policy, an expensive universal life policy, or they've been rated and the rates went up. But I'm going to ask them why the rates are so much. Is there something wrong with you? And I ask them that. Is there something wrong? Number eight, I can't afford life insurance. And I tell them, exactly. That's why I call. Because most people think they can't afford it. But let me ask you this. Do you have cable? Are you getting, or do you have HBO at home? And if they say yes, how can you afford that? Because that's running anywhere from $50 to $100 a month. What if I could get you life insurance that was less than $50 a month? Could you afford it then? Number nine, I'll call you when I'm ready. Okay, great. How about if I just go ahead and give you a quote now and you can call me and let me know if you're interested? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get the information, give them a quote, then I'm going to follow up just like a normal person. Remember that they're trying to put you off. They think that the insurance is expensive. They're going to say whatever they can to try to put you off. Number 10. I've got other priorities and commitments. I don't want to mess with life insurance. Exactly. And that's probably where your spouse is going to be when something happens to you. She's going to have other priorities and commitments, and she really doesn't want to deal with having to figure out how she's going to pay the house payment. And then I shut up. Be silent. Let him talk. Nobody's probably ever said that to him before, so just shut up and let him talk. Number 11. I just bought a house and my expenses are very tight. Exactly. That's why I called. What if something happens and your wife can't afford the house? Wouldn't you rather get life insurance to pay the house off? Remember that every objection that they give me, I'm going to ask them a question. I'm not going to make a statement. I'm going to ask a question. I talked about that in previous videos. Don't tell them anything. Ask them a question. Make them think. Make them respond to your question. That way they stay engaged. Let's see what number I'm on. Number 12. The other company is giving higher dividends in return for the same policy at the same price. Well, then that means that you have a whole life policy. Do you have enough life insurance? Well, I don't know. I think so. How much do you have? Then I'm going to start doing the probing questions. While I'm doing the probing questions, I'm going to ask them, and I've got another screen over here, how much do you have? And I'm going to put that amount in there. And how old are you again? And I'm going to say, and what's your birthday? And all that questions, because what I'm doing is I'm getting information so that I can send them a quote. Number 13. I don't need it right now. Call me in about 3 weeks. Awesome. Now, let me ask you this question. Why is your situation going to be different in 3 weeks than it will now? And I wait. Then they're going to give you another objection, and you have to answer that new objection that they're going to give you. Number 14. Why do you want to sell me life insurance? That's exactly why I called, to see if I can save you some money. Are you interested in saving money? Number 15. I don't have time. Call me next week. Awesome. Well, let me ask you a couple of questions before we hang up. How old are you? How much do you have? How much are you paying? Do you have anything wrong with you? Is your email address still joeblow@joeblow.com? Perfect. I will send you some quotes. I'll call you next week, and you can let me know what you think. So you did it. Number 16. I don't need life insurance for my children. I have no children. I'm single. Well, what about your spouse? Do you have insurance to cover that for your spouse? Again, I'm asking a question. Number 17. The return on other investment schemes are very high compared to what you're offering in your scheme. Yeah, I hear scheme. And I ask them, what do you mean? Ask a lot of questions on that one. Find out exactly where they're coming from on that. Number 18. We already have an insurance agent that we trust. Exactly. That's why I called, to see if I can save you some money. What if the agent that you can trust is no longer giving you quotes to save you some money? What if I could save you some more money? Number 19. I don't have that in the budget. Exactly. That's why I called. It sounds like you think that the rates are too high. What if I could get you some rates that you could afford? Would you be interested in looking? Number 20. I just bought a house. I can't afford life insurance. Exactly. That's why I called. Now remember that if you use the term exactly, that's why I called, that gives you time to think of what your answer is going to be. Always use that. Get sticky notes, put it on the bottom of your screen. Exactly, comma, that's why I called. That gives you time to think about what you're going to say. Number 21. I'm on vacation. Call me back next week. Perfect. Let me get some information from you first, and then I'll call you back after I send you the quotes. My mother is sick and I can't talk to you right now. Awesome. When is a better time to call you? Find out when's a good time. I mean, face it, there's going to be times that you're going to call them at a bad time, and you're going to have to find out when to call them back. Don't push the issue. Call them back. Now, you're going to hear that a lot, so you got to determine which one's important, which one's real. So what I do to alleviate that problem is when I talk to somebody, first thing out of my mouth, they say, hello. I'll say, is this Joe? They say, yes. Do you have a minute? Well, who is this? This is Robert. Do you have a minute to talk? Yes, I do. Perfect. Let me tell you why I'm calling. So ask them right up front before you even tell them who you are or why you're calling. Do you have a minute to talk? They're going to ask you, who are you? Tell them who you are, not who you're with or what you do. Answer their question. Who are you? This is Robert. That's it. That's what they asked. You're giving them an answer. Okay. Number 23. I have to pay bills. I don't have money. Exactly. That's why I called. What if I could save you some money so that you'd have more money to pay bills? Number 24. I'll speak to my people and let you know. And then after you call them back, they find out that they never spoke to their people because they're trying to put you off. Number 25. How much commissions will you earn, and will you rebate those commissions back to me? And I ask them right up front, are you licensed? No. Well, it's against the law for me to rebate commissions. So my answer is going to be no. Are you going to rebate me some of your salary if I can save you some money on your insurance? Number 26. Do you do other investments like stocks, bank savings, and deposits? And I tell them, well, I am licensed to do other stuff, but my purpose of my call is first to see if I can save you some money on insurance. Then once we've saved you some money, we can talk about putting that money somewhere else, like a universal life or a Roth IRA or something like that. But let's get the basics out of the way first. Let's find out how much money we can save you so we'll know how much money we're dealing with to save. Number 27, other financial investments are better than buying life insurance. I don't want to do that. Like what? I'll ask them, what's better than buying life insurance? Well, if some people say real estate. Real estate is better than buying life insurance. Well, what if the market crashes? Do you remember 2007, 2008? Were you around then? Yes, I was. Do you remember 9/11 when all of real estate stopped when the Twin Towers went down? Yes. Do you realize that happens every 7 years? You go back in time, all the way back, 7 years, a real estate crash has happened in the past. So what are you going to do? Well, how are you going to be protected? Insurance will still be there regardless of what the real estate market's going to do. Number 28, I'm insurance poor. Love that one. And I ask them exactly. That's why I called. It sounds like you're spending too much money on your insurance. So how about if I can save you some money? So those are my 28 objections. If you would like to do some role playing with me and you want to find out what to say when people give you different objections, what we can do is you call me, you be the agent, I'll be the client. I'll give you objections. Let me hear what you have to say, how you can respond to those rebuttals. Then we'll turn it around. You be the client, I'll be the agent, I'll call you, and you'll get to hear how I handle all of your objections. I'm not afraid to talk to any insurance agent, and I'll take you on. Bring it on. I might not do great, but I can probably do better than most people that you talk to that can handle objections. So be sure and watch my 23 video series on how to sell life insurance over the phone on YouTube. If you like what you hear, call me at 972-679-9029, and I will talk to you about a system that I'm using that has been proven for many, many years, where we have people licensed all over the United States using this same system to sell life insurance in a t-shirt not this t-shirt, but their t-shirt, and to work from home. So if you got any questions, give me a call. My number is 972-679-9029. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.